All right, a very good evening to you from wherever you're watching us from. Asante Sana, thank you so much for being part of this evening conversation. And this is the round table. My name is Aguko. It's a pleasure being with you right here tonight. We apologize for the delay, but regardless, the show must go on. Thank you so much for sticking around on this particular conversation. Today, we want to find out when money becomes a problem in marriage, in a relationship, what do we do? How should families handle issues concerning finances? Should they divide money? Is there something like our money, your money, my money when it comes to family? Today, let's talk about this particular conversation. I have with me a fantastic panel. Next to me, Mukisa Jeremiah is joining me, and of course, in the middle, I am with Lucy Paul, and to my far or extreme right in this particular evening conversation, I am with Samuel Otusha joining me today. Karibuni sana. Mko salama sana? Yes, asante sana. Now let me start quickly, and of course from wherever you are, the hashtag as always is the round table. Talk to us, ask your questions, and of course our panel here is going to answer them as we continue with this conversation. And of course I shall sample your feedback a bit later on during this evening show. The round table starts now, and I'd like to start with you, Jeremiah. When it comes to finances, and I want to start quickly, who should be the provider in a family?
Everyone should be a provider if you have the opportunity.
But they say that the man should be the provider, meaning it is the husband or the father to always have money to give to the family, to the wife.
That is what is expected, but that is not what is in the ground. Yes, sometimes you find the wife is working, the man is not working.
Okay.
Does that mean that the man is not a provider? Because when the Bible says that the man should be a provider, does not, yes, one is money, but you can also provide direction, and you can also provide other things other than money.
Okay,
yes.
Okay. Let me go to you, your thoughts about that. Who should be the provider? Is it the man or the woman or both? And when the man doesn't have money, how can that be solved?
I think both. In a relationship or in a family, people should know each other and trust each other.
Yeah.
The bad thing which is there is trust. When you don't have trust in your wife, or the wife don't have trust in you, that's where you get, sometimes a lot of things are getting lost in the family.
Yeah.
Maybe a man is buying a land somewhere. He can't tell the wife. The wife is also buying a car, writing her sister's name. You understand? So, and it's the car for the family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it wrong for somebody to purchase a piece of land? Kuna wengine wamenunua akona ardhi pale, for example, Ruai. Hajaambia bibi. You'll only come to realize that on the day of the funeral. or when something is happening, unakuja kusikia, some people from lands have come to ask questions about the property. Is it wrong to do that?
It's wrong.
Let me come to you, Tucha.
Okay, my take into that is that is the responsibility of finances of the family is a shared responsibility. So both parties must come to a round table like the one we're having now, so that you can talk about the issue. You see, sometimes you can find your wife is earning much more than you earn. So when you have a round table, what we are having today, I think we are going to square everything out. But if it's just a matter of yours is ours and mine is mine, that's where things go wrong.
And if the woman decides to say, mwanaume akwe mwanaume, ni kazi ya mwanaume kuleta pesa, and they'll give it from even the Bible, the man should be the provider. Aseme pesa, my money is my money, your money is our money. Should women say such kind of things to a man?
They should not say that, because you see, when the Bible was being written, the women were just sitting there at home. They were not even working, doing any business. But nowadays you find women, even in political aspect, they are there, and some are governors, some want even to be the president of the country. So the dynamic has changed. So things must be, we must go around and check on how we can manage our family together, because each and every one is earning. Unless the wife is not earning any money, that's when the responsibility will be mine 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Should we have my money, your money, our money, your lugha kwa familia? Inafaa ikwe?
The money we have is all our money. Yes, not your money. It's not my money. Because, you know, when people get together, the Bible talks about the two shall become one. So if people can be able to share bed, what is the money that they cannot be able to share? They can be able to share their bodies. What is money? Which they cannot be able to share. Again, when you read in the book of Proverbs, that one, it's a woman who, it's talking about a woman who goes out to work, who brings this and this. So there is also a place where a woman can be able to work. You know, sometimes we usually see like he must bring all those. No. Hata kama ni ile pesa yake ya chama, ama kama ni kuuza sukuma, ama tu ni kidogo, as long as there is, because one of the things ni kwamba, if there is the only man who is working, then the finances will be strained, because it's only man who is working. But if every one of us is bringing something on the table, when he brings 10 bob, I bring my 90 shillings. How much is that? That is 100 shillings. It's not 90 shillings. So she's bringing her 10 bob, I'm bringing my 90, then we combine together now. We can be able to do something great with that. So there's not our money or my money. So if you find such language in marriage, there is what my sister said, there's not trust in that marriage.
All right. Yes. Now, I want to give another example, and this one goes to you. We have different setups in terms of family, and I would like to give one particular example. In cases where a woman tells a man that, look at yule mwanaume mwenzako, amenunulia bibi yake hii, amefanyia watoto wake hii. The wife has this, the woman has this. Why can't you be like this other man here, who is using his money to provide for the wife? Amempeleka salon, amemnunulia manguo, kama ni kucha ametengeneza manicure. Comment on that. Is that right? Is that okay?
I think that is not right. That woman is not right. Si mwanamke mzuri kabisa. Why? Inafaa nijue bwanangu mpaka mali anafika. The pocket. Nitamlinganisha na mwenye anapata nyingi na kule tuishi venye wanapata hatujui. You don't know how somebody gets his money or her money. You don't know that family. So
kusema kama
ufai kuingiana kusema kama yule ujui anapata aje. A night is a year. Pengine anapatanga pesa zake overnight. And this is a man who is training. Maybe a jokali man. Hana enough. Ana struggle. Ukimlinganisha hivyo, that's where you get a man can die. Na anaacha huyo mwanamke hapo. Because hawezi suit ile shoes. I can't fit your shoes. Maybe it will be too tight or loose. You understand?
Yeah.
So when I say, I want you to do me the same the way baba fulani anafanyia mama fulani, hiyo family hakuna mahali tunaenda. Hiyo inaisha.
Kama zinafanyika hata kwa kanisa.
Inafanyika kwanza kwa kanisa, inaweza fanyika sana. Sometimes they are coming to church. Anaambia huyu bwanake vaa suti kama ya pastor. Unashika? You get this man anaweza enda hata kuchukua loan ili avae suti kama ya pastor afurahishi bibi yake. When they will be paying this loan, itaumiza the whole family. Mpaka ile mtoto.
Let me come to you and then you talk of that, because wanaume pia wanaumia, anasema wanaume wengine wanaweza kufa hata ni stress, depression.
Yes.
Wanakufa.
Si ati wanaweza. Men are dying because of stress of the family. Yeah.
Okay, let me give you one example. When I was reading Daily Nation yesterday, I had over cleaner who was sweeping in committee maximum.
Yeah.
Earning is now the wealth which he has is 257 million. So somebody can come and compare that person at who put an a sweep.
Kama mtakamiti.
Come the committee can buy this house, what of it. So if you go that way, the family will break up. Yeah, we should not even compare, because you don't know when somebody leaves his or her house, we don't know where where they end up getting their money.
But as a man, when your wife compares you to somebody else, you know, kama mwanaume inafaa uchukue haja. How should you carry such kind of a burden? And how should you react?
No, you should just have a round table talk, so that you tell her that she should not compare you with any man, because you are on your own, and she knows. Because first of all, when your wife is comparing you with another person, means she doesn't understand you financially. It means you are not open. But if you are open with whatever you are getting, I think she will not compare you. But this is a case where you are earning, but each and every time you don't have. Each and every we ask you money, but where you are working, it sounds big. But when you come to the family setup, you are not even up to the par. So that's why the woman will compare you. But if you are open and honest, the comparison will not be there.
Will not be there.
Yeah.
Because of that?
I think again, one of the things which will make someone to be able to compare someone finances with their finances is discontentment. They're not content. Yes.
From the wife's side.
Yes,
in case she compares the man to someone else.
You're not even it's like the same way a man comparing his wife with someone else, like bibia fulani anavaanga hivi, bibia fulani anamfikianga hivi. Ni kumaanisha kwamba there's no contentment in that marriage. You wish you were out.
Yes.
So in fact you are not even there, because the moment you begin now comparing yourself with someone else, it means that you are not appreciating where you are. You wish you would be somewhere else. And that is going to ruin your relationship. That is going to ruin your marriage. Why? Because you cannot give it your 100%. Because every time you're thinking of so and so is doing this, so and so, and even as you said, there are people according to the congregations where people are going, where you find an husband and a wife. The wife is driving the man for them to be able to do what? To take a Uber on Sunday. Wakuja kanisani ndio waonyesha kwamba walifika. Hata wao wako na gari kwa sababu marafiki zao wote they are driving. So for them they are doing what? They are taking a Uber on Sunday. Waonekana wako sawa, wako mahali in the society, because that is the church will place them in a certain point, the society will place them in a certain point. But the truth of the matter, they are struggling. They don't even have it in the first place. So when you are getting to that point, you are living a lie. You are not even content with what you are.
Because you cannot sustain it.
It's unsustainable. And if you are going to do that, you're going to take loans for you to be able to be into depression, for you to be able to keep that stand. So what you can do is that live within your means and be proud of it wherever you are, and then believe God that one day God is going to lift you to that level where you desire to be. But don't live a lie to please anyone.
I am also going to give another example. We have such kind of scenarios where I could not be able to provide for you. Ulikuwa unataka school fees, ulikuwa unataka pesa labda kufanya mambo moja mbili tatu, and I could not. But somebody else did. Kuna mtu ambaye akaja akakupatia pesa na haujaniambia ya kwamba ulipata pesa pahali. Is it okay, is it wrong or right to disclose your source of income to your partner? Tuja.
Yeah, okay. It is good, because when you get money somehow, you get another source of income to the family.
Yes.
You must be honest and disclose everything you have. The honesty must start with you.
Hata kama inatoka kwa mtu ambaye unajua huyu ananitaka, because it happens even in families. Huyu ananitaka, anajua kwamba bibi yangu ama bwana yangu hana uwezo, amenipatia pesa. Should you disclose even that source of money?
Okay, that one you should not do that, because it will break the family automatically. Me, I was just talking about a straightforward money, which you know wherever you go, you get it from. It's a clear place and a clean way of getting money. But when you get money from such kind of maneuvering and and maybe doing something which is outside the whatever your obligation or the marriage, I think this one automatically will break your marriage.
Unaweza ambia bwanako ya kwamba umepata salary ya pesa kiwango hii ama hii, unaweza fanya hivyo?
Namwambia.
Na yeye pia akipata pesa anafaa kuambia.
Yeye pia akipata pesa anafaa niambie.
What if imetoka pahali ambapo unajua akijua pale imetoka hatafurahia?
So mimi kama ni mimi mtu mwenye nimejua Mungu na nataka nilinde familia yangu, nitaomba Mungu anipatie pesa halali yenye,
it's true,
I'll tell my husband hii pesa nimekopwa na mama mwingine tuko naye chama and I'll refund it. So see that I go beyond, niende kwa man mwenye ananitaka mwili yangu. You see? Hakuna faida, mtoto ataenda shule and I'll die. What about if he's sick? Sababu hizi toa pesa yake kama jui kuna sababu anataka. There are some people out there hataki akufe peke yake, so anatafuta wale umekosa, you are lacking something, so he enters because you are lacking. You understand?
Yeah.
You are lacking.
Amepata pengo ingine pahali.
Yes, because you are lacking. So me, because I've lacked, naenda, it's like I'm just selling my body. I'm selling my body. But when I know God, I'll just pray, God, my child is going to school and you are the provider. You will provide for me. God will use another way and I'll get the money. But from that one, that is evil and it will take me nowhere.
Now, let's touch on yet another issue. There are some families, of course, some who are married who they're staying in Nairobi to survive. They survival, because there is something called marriage out of convenience. So what they do is, wewe kuja tuishi pamoja, ndio tuko na watoto, ndio tunajulikana bibi na bwana, lakini it is just because life in Nairobi is difficult. There is no love in that family. They have to stay there, and if you ask them what is the problem, wanasema si tunaishi tu because ni Nairobi. Sasa nikitoka hapa niende pahali, niende wapi? Afadhali tukae. So it is marriage out of convenience. Let me come to your teacher.
Okay, nikiongea juu ya hiyo jambo ambalo umeleta, marriage kama hizo siku nyingi sana hapa Nairobi.
Yeah.
I have experienced about 2 or 3. Niweza mtu akaniambia hapo ni pali pa kulala, lakini my mind and my body is not there. But nikifika, I'm just going there to get a place to sleep.
Do you think that happens even in the church setup?
It happens because those cases we are meeting them in the church. Because you see what normally happens, the money issue, you see when there is mistrust in finances, the way my brother just said, that too much money or no money can break marriages. The reason why, when a man gets more money or a lot of money in his life, he starts misbehaving or becoming extravagant.
Yeah.
When a woman gets more money than the husband, you will see that she's the one who works hard for the family and you are just malingering around there. So also this one will break the family. So when we are talking about money, it's not that when money is not there, it's when the family breaks. Even if money is, there's too much money in the family. Because a man will say, when I was marrying this woman, I didn't have money, so I didn't look for her sura. Sura yake sio mzuri because now I can meet the one who are figured. But now when I was marrying this woman, vitu mingi lilichanganya. Even my sister misled me. Sometimes you find the extended family micromanage the marriage of the two.
Yes.
The reason why they micromanage, you find a man in this family, he depends on his mother for her advice. So the mother is one who is remote controlling the marriage.
Yes.
That marriage will never last. Until that time, the man will realize that I'm the head of the family, and we need to sit on around the table and discuss the matter pertaining the family, not depending on my brother or my. He will go and marry the right woman for his desire.
I met a lady. She was telling me, this man, when I came to Nairobi, I was just alone. I didn't know where to go. So I met it at bus station.
Bus station?
Bus station.
The
lady was just, she came to Nairobi. Ana mtu mwenye anakuja kwake. So akammeet mtu bus station. Huyo mtu akampea kuishi. Akasema, I was just making her house clean, doing her clothings, doing what, like a maid. Kidogo kidogo wakaanza kukaa kama bibi na bwana. Huyu mtu nimeishi naye sababu Nairobi sina mtu. Na sina mtu anaweza nilipia rent. Ndio maana nimeishi na mtu.
So alianza hapo kama tu mfanyikazi tu wa nyumba.
Kama mfanyikazi tu wa nyumba, because sasa somebody amekupea kulala.
With time
when you come in the morning, when come in the morning he is going to work. Wewe ukibaki hapo suta. But hakuna mapenzi. Ameniambia mimi, when I get somebody who I love, I'll just walk out. Because huyu is like umbrella. Kulikuwa kunanyesha nikapata kivuli. I don't really love him at all. And she's saying that, and they have 2 children. They have 2 kids. So you can imagine.
Yes. So, hiyo maneno lazima upeleke na maji.
You know what I think?
Yes.
From the word go, we need to know the intention of marriage. What was the purpose of marriage? Why are you? Because you marry on purpose. You don't marry for the sake of marrying. You don't marry because that age has caught up with you. You don't marry because you have money. You don't marry because, I don't know, your relatives are telling you to marry. You have to marry on purpose. Because intentionally, when God created Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, it's God who saw that it was not good for.
This is the Round Table.
Because huyu ndiye amenizaa. So when madhake anasikia, mother ya bibi yangu anasikia mbaya, ako na njaa, ana nguo ya kuvaa, ana vitu za kukalia, I'm a son there in that family.
Yes.
I must do something.
You must do something.
I must. And also my family, because it is now an extended family. It's now the family is now big. So also when the wife wants to invite her brother or sister to come and stay with us, we must sit down and see, can we feed that person? Do you have a place for this person to sit? But you find many families, when they are together, when a man has money, is the one now, the ego inside the family. He has that type of ego. That is the one calling shot. You find the 2 brothers come with the bag, wives come from maybe Uza, the Mboga, coming from in the evening. You find mtu ananguruma kwa kiti hapo, wametoka nyumbani wanataka kupelekwa school,
na
hukuambiwa na ukiuliza unaambiwa shut up, I'm the one controlling this family.
Yes.
That family is doomed to fail, and it's going to fail miserably, and this family is not going anywhere. And let me tell you today, the family ambayo wakai kwa mesa round table like the one we are sitting today, that family is not going anywhere. But when they reason together, because even if you read the Bible, we tell you, please come and we reason together. Even if the bizeni iko kama nyekundu kama damu. But when we reason together, we'll reach a conclusion of a matter.
Now, this is the problem. Some can't reason together when it comes to money. Amepata tu ujumbe that your in-laws are the ones that want money. The man will say, I'm not interested in those people at all, and hakuna pesa itatuma. Ukituma pesa, utaoniona na mimi
The
nani.
foundation my brother was talking about, the foundation was semi-permanent. Now, the money has come when the foundation was not rooted. So if the foundation is not rooted, my friend, that's where the problem is coming from. Or when you started this marriage, the woman was working and you were mistreated. Or maybe she had a brother, ambaye sasa anamtegemea sana huyu brother yangu, brother ya bibi. So brother bibi anakuambia, I tell my brother, so when you get hold of a good job, a well-paying job, that's when the problem starts. Now the man will say, I don't want to hear anything because when I was toiling here, your brother was the person who was micromanaging this family. So I don't want to hear anything from your place.
And now, not just men. Sio wanaume pekee wananguruma, pia wanawake. Si ni kweli? Pia wanawake. Wanawake wananguruma sana. Hadi mwanaume akijua bibi akijua nimetuma pesa itakuwa kelele. Hataki hiyo. That is still a problem.
That's why you go out and you find a man is developing, doing a development in Kamulu, maybe doing a development there in Kisumu, and the wife doesn't know. And that's the time when the man dies without, yani accidentally, anakufa accidentally, hizo vitu zinaenda na watu na zinaenda unclaimed as an authority. And family remaining here languishing in problem because of the setup of the family and the way they were not even coming to terms together with the wife or with the husband. Yeah.
All right. I want us to touch on yet another issue here. Now, this comes in terms of investments. Of course, for some people, they invest at a particular time, and then a time comes when now they get into marriage. There are those assets that they acquire before they get into marriage. Now, and they become people of substance now, wanakuwa. But for others, they grow together. Wanaanza kutoka chini, wakikuja juu pamoja. One day a problem will arise, and somebody says, I made you who you are. Ni pesa yangu ilikufanya uwe mtu. Talk about that. Let me start with you.
I think one the things we are talking here, they are serious matters which need serious attention. And as you're saying, that is that, as I say, the foundation matters a lot in everything we do. Because when you are dating someone, that's the time for you to be able to find out who they are. Because they cannot fake themselves. So, things don't go wrong. Things start wrong. Yes, things don't go wrong, they start wrong.
They start wrong.
And as you're saying, you'll find people, and I have seen people who, like the way you are saying, that they began, one of them had some property, the other one did not, and they came together. Because one of the things is this: we always look at the bright side of it. But again, you know, when you marry someone, if that person had debt, it's not their debt.
Yeah.
It's our debt.
Okay.
Yes.
When you marry someone, whatever loan they had,
It's our loan.
comes.
Because when the auctioneer will be coming, they're not coming to our house.
Yeah.
They're coming to our house.
Yes.
So if she has money, it's not our money, it's our money.
Now, in the case where somebody says, I made you who you are, siku hizi watu wanakuheshimu, siku hizi wewe ni mwanaume ama siku hizi wewe ni mwanamke.
When I said when the marriage gets to that place, to that level,
Yes.
that marriage is on a deathbed.
What should you do? How do you recover? Can it be revived?
What you need is just to sit down and be able to find out when did the rain begin beating us. Because if you began very well that you are loving each other, you are loving, because as I said, we need to get to a point whereby we are loving people for who they are, not what they have. Because what they have can be taken out of them. You see, but who all the year you cannot change it.
Yeah.
You see?
Yes.
It's like what I hear vijana wakisema kwamba ati mwanamke ni sura.
Yeah.
No.
Si sura.
Mwanamke ni tabia. Sura tunaweza tengeneza. Mwanamke ni tabia, sura tutatengeneza. Have you met, I usually ask people like this, have you met with a girl when you were in school ya kwamba alikuwa sura mbaya? Saizi kutana naye town hata utashangaa uwezi msalimia.
So
sura iko mzuri kwa sababu ya nini? Pesa iko and you can be able to tengeneza. So what I'm saying is, let us, when we are doing our, when we are going for this relationship, when we are thinking about marrying and all these things, go for character, because you cannot buy character in any supermarket or wherever. But in everything else, kama ni manguo naweza nunua, kama ni makeup anaweza apply. So what I'm saying is this. Let us begin right to a place whereby kwamba umekutana na msichana, yes, akona pesa, yes, but from the word go, when you are dating, you'll be able to find, by the way, venye na react mkienda akinunua coffee, venye ana react mkienda mahali, unajua kwamba ni sumbua huyu. So save yourself. Take one of the things that I'm finding, Ram, in the generation where we are right now, people are not taking dating seriously, because in the place of dating, that's where you get to find people who they are. The true character of people is that as you commit yourself to this person, you know truly, in fact, this brother is really born again. This sister is really born again. But because of what we hype, like, I'm feel, whatever. Me, I should tell people like this. If you think love is blind, then marriage is an eye-opener. Get inside, and that blindness will be taken out of you.
Wow. Haya, tukija kwako. Mtu anasema kwamba nimekutengeneza, nimekufanya uwe ule. And sometimes men do say that. Women also say the same. I love what you said. Ni tabia. Sura.
Yes. Sura inaundwa. And you know, nikianza kusema I've made you venye uko. Hapo kuna madhara umeanza kuingia.
Si amesema mwanamke ni tabia, sura tunatengeneza. Hata atakuja kuambia hii sura yako unajua mimi nimetengeneza.
Let me tell you, kutengeneza sura si kumaanisha nini. Let me tell you one of the things kwamba when it gets to that place where someone anaanza kuonesha hiyo madhara kwamba I made you who you are. It's deeper than sura. It's like there's a disagreement even for you. By the way, let it not take it as a negative thing. By the way, it can be even a positive thing.
It can be positive. All right.
Yes.
And I'll come to you. I'll come back to you. Let me finish. You were saying something that hiyo ni madharau.
Hiyo ni madharau.
Okay.
So akianza hivyo, kuna level, kuna mahali, kuna kitu imeharibika somewhere. That's why we are saying, if you want to date, take your time. Mjue. Unashika? Because that is the woman when you marry, atakwambia, I bought this, I bought this, I bought this, I bought this, and I bought this. So I can pack.
And I can go.
And I can go. Na ubaki na yako. And even your shirt, I bought it. So wakati mtu ana date, usiende na la vile honey, babe, no. Mjue.
All right. Let me come to you.
Okay, thank you very much. Hii mambo ya kusema I'm the one who made you the way you are, inakujaga when the foundation also still weak, the way my brother said, that you didn't know the person you are courting with.
Yes.
You didn't know the person you are courting with. That's why the madharau inaanza kuinga. Or maybe when you are starting dating, you are dating somebody who is above you. You see, sometimes you are a Form 4 leaver, and you are dating a graduate who is also working.
Yes.
So maybe love is blind, the way he has said. But now when it reaches a boiling point, now things will start changing, because the woman thought you are much better than the person he thought to marry her, but kwa njia mkiendelea mbele na kuishi, amekuta wewe ni bogus kabisa, hata ajui alikokota wapi. So that's when the madhara inaanza kuingia, ajui sijui hata nilikutoa wapi. Somebody telling you, I don't know where I got you. I don't know whether you are an handkerchief or you are like mahindi imenunuliwa kwa mahindi choma. So this thing comes when the mistrust come into the family, and the source of this mistrust is the failure to give out your source of income, or you give out whatever you have to this one, because sometimes you find when a woman is earning more than you, she would want you to give all what you have to her so that she can budget with. You can, sometimes you don't put your finances together, but the woman is the one who is telling you, if I'm paying rent, my salary is 60,000 or 80,000. Your salary is just a storm in a glass. So bring that salary. I'm the one who's going to give you fare to go, or to go to look for the job. I'm the one who's going to give you money for lunch. So when you refuse to do that, you say, I'm a man, you cannot control me. Then she will tell you, I'm the one who made you the way you are. Now unanidharau. The woman will say so. Unanidharau because dating the person who is not your class.
Now, sometimes people buy things and they can be extravagant. Kuna kwanga the issue of extravagance. And in some marriage setup tutapata, it is the woman who is extravagant, the man is venye yako, and sometimes it is the man who is extravagant and the woman is not. So kuna yule ambaye anapima mwingine anamwambia hapana, usinunue hii, wacha hiyo kidogo. What do you do in cases of extravagance? Because sometimes it brings problems in families. Anasema huyu anapenda tu kuharibu pesa yangu. Yes.
I think when it comes to finances, you're going to find almost 4 kind of categories of people. And one is the spender. There's another one who is the saver. There's another one who is a master who builds on everything.
Yeah.
And then there's another one who is an avoider. They don't talk about money.
Yes.
So one is a spender. So they is a spendthrift. You can be the husband who is the spendthrift. You can be the wife who is the spendthrift. You can be spending on the right things. But the problem is that you are spending all you are overspending. There are other guys who are saving, and you know, one of the things is not just saving. What are you saving for? You must have a goal why you are saving. Otherwise, you don't save for the just of saving. Yes, because a lot of people are saving for the sake of saving.
Just for the sake of it, without a plan.
Without a plan. Yes. A lot of I'm calling the other person a master, like someone who has been able. They are amassing wealth. They are saving to invest.
All right.
So at the end of the day,
yes,
they'll have some more money from the investment. And then there are guys who don't talk about money, like money will just appear anywhere, or from a blue moon or whatever it is. So at the end of the day is what I'm saying that is that we need to get to a point whereby we have money conversations in everything we do, because I said the problem with many marriages is either a lot of it or lack of it. Right. And as my brother said, is where you buy. As when you are dating, please shona nguo kulingana na kitamba yako. Don't be too overambitious. Get someone whom you can be able to reason together, because sometimes people think age and maturity, they come together. No, sometimes maturity catches up with you. So it's not that you are 50 years old, you are wise. No, you can be at 21 years, but you are wise and you are mature. So sometimes people tend to think, by the way, nimepata huyu jamaa, kwamba huyu jamaa anafanya kazi fulani, huyu jamaa, no. But when it might be, yes, he works, so he is a CEO in his workplace, whatever. But when it comes to some matters,
they're not mature enough.
Mature enough. So one of the things that when we are dating, please take our dating serious and let us build on the firm foundation. take time. Don't be in hurry. There is no marriage in heaven. Marriage is here on earth. Yes.
Enda pole pole.
Enda pole pole.
This one goes to the youths who are not yet married.
Those who are planning to get married.
Yeah.
And if even for those who are married, if you find out that, by the way, ya kwamba there is something where I'm going wrong, please anza ku repair. Weka nyumba kiraka. Repair your marriage. And even sometimes, as I said, when he says, someone says, by the way, I build you, it can be a positive thing. In ya kwamba, by the way, you need to be reminded ya kwamba ume grow on. Ya kwamba, by the way, kumbuka tulikuwa tunalala kanyumba ya nyasi. Na kwamba ukweli chenye unaambiwa si kwamba ni madharau, unakumbusha ukweli kwa sababu umesahau venye tulitoka. So sometimes you think ni madharau. No, si madharau. Saa zingine inabidi ya kwamba ukumbushwe ya kwamba, by the way, kumbuka tumetoka wapi, because if you can be able to remember where we are coming from, then you can be able to plan where we are going. But if you cannot go, you are not going to remember where we are going to, where we are coming from, then you will be blurred. Your vision will be blurred. You're not going where we are going.
Now let me come to you. When it comes to that issue of financial management, one person is poor when it comes to financial management, and it brings problems in the family. What do you do?
Poor in which way? The wife is not working, or how they manage?
Management. Anaharibu pesa.
Yes.
Ananunua vitu ambao hitajiki. Sometimes ukienda kwa supermarket,
unanunua mpaka zile huku plan for.
Zile you did not plan for. And I even had a story that some people say that when they go to the supermarket with their wives, they hold their hand. It looks romantic, but it is financially it manages money, because hata enda huko juu kuangalia TV na nini, hata mtarudi nyumbani vizuri pamoja. Yeah.
So ikifika hapo inafaa mimi mwenyewe nijijue. I should know myself. Na nijue venye tuko kwa nyumba yetu. There are some people who are given money once. Maybe I'm a wife. My husband gives me money, maybe 30,000. So this is in your budget yetu.
Yes.
Yeah, the whole month. You see? So kama sijui kumanage, my friend, njaa itatuma after 2 weeks. Sina. Because nilienda supermarket, nimenunua mpaka zile vitu haziko.
Yes.
You understand? So inafaa nijijue niseme now we are saving. Because we are saving, si ati tuna save, kuna watu wana save mpaka hao wenyewe wanakaa na njaa. Ana strain yata because ana save. Unashangaa hii savings inakupeleka wapi? So nikipewa inafaa ni manage vizuri.
Lakini shida ni kama hautumii pesa vizuri, inaleta shida kwa familia, inaleta shida kwa ndoa yenu.
Sasa hiyo
why if you know the two of you, because marriage is a combined effort, it's two people. So if you know that so and so is weaker in matters managing finances, why would you put that person in temptation? The one who is stronger should be able to do
keep the money.
To keep the money, because even you in your area, there's another area in your life where you are stronger. You are weak and she's stronger. So it's not a competition. So where you are weaker, let the other person who is stronger in that area handle that matter. And whether someone is stronger, vice versa. So if you continue doing like that, then you'll begin being, there'll be a lot of complaints and a lot of that. The person who is stronger in a certain area, let him handle that, because for the benefit of the family.
Okay.
And if you know each other very well, I'll just say, me, don't give me this money. Nitamaliza within a week.
Mtu anaweza kubali hivyo?
Yes. So maybe you do shopping. Kama niko week kwa shopping is where naenda kushop mpaka zile vitu ziko. So you shop. Ikifika kwa shopping nasema now, because mimi nikienda nitanunua mpaka zile hatufai, please you just shop. You understand?
Yes. Let me come to you.
Okay, in that case, each and every family setup, you must know each other the way Backward have just said. That you support one another in his or her weakness, but not you are taking mileage on his or his weakness. The reason being, when you get married, when you are young, you need to grow together.
Yes.
The reason why we say grow together, you can get married when you are staying in Obama in a single room. But kidogo tu Mungu amekubariki na kazi, una earn good money. the wife you marry should grow with you. The problem sometimes comes to women ambayo tunaoa. Anakata kugrow na wewe unataka kwenda Lavington, kuishi huko, anaona huko kabisa enda. So it is a push and pull.
Yes.
So in this case, there are somebody who will become extravagant in doing in money matters. Another person will call impulse buy. You saw an impulse buy is somebody who goes out to buy. Let's say, for example, umeenda tu pale, you are going to buy nyama 1 kilo. Then you go there and add things which was not in the budget. Then when you come home, you find that you don't have money now to buy unga. So people will sleep angry because of your impulse buying. So you need to budget for whatever you are buying, and you put your money together so that whatever you plan for is what you do. But if you don't follow the whatever you have agreed or what you have planned for, then when you will go wrong, you buy clothes which you don't need because you saw somebody with that kind of a dress. You go and buy a suit which you didn't plan for because you see a brother in a church with that kind of a suit. You go and sauna that shoes, and it was not within your budget. So each and every person must live within their means.
Let me go to Facebook. Somebody's asking, I'm loving the show. Asante sana. Clifford Akech, anasema great show. This is Nelson Oruko, anasema loving the conversation. There's a question here. How do we deal with men who don't work but expect you as the wife to provide, yet they end up misusing the money to do with things like alcohol, asking for a friend? Asking for a friend. All right. Yes. Let me start with you. Comment on that. Pesa anatumia kwa pombe. And of course, it even happens even in the church setup, where one person is drinking and another person is going to church. Born again. Pesa inamwagika kwa club in alcohol and cigarettes. How do you do that? How do you do that?
I'm the woman.
Yes.
My husband is drinking.
Yes.
And I'm saved.
Yes.
That is upon me. I know God. Mwenye nitamuita na ninasema alcohol in my house I don't want. Sitapigana na yeye. Because ukianza kupigana na yeye ni mlevi. Mimi nitaenda on my knees. Nitamtafuta. What you are talking about, it happens in me. My husband was drinking and me nikapata wokovu. Nikasema Mungu hatuwezi ishi hivi. In the first place, sitaki pombe kwa blanketi. I start praying for that man and he got saved. Nitamtafuta na Mungu. Sitamtafuta na vita.
Na hiyo pesa ambayo inaenda?
Na hiyo pesa ambayo inaenda haitaenda tena. I've seen where the man was drinking and the woman is saved. So there was a time we go there, tukambia mwanaume unafaa ujue Mungu, uokoke ufanye nini. Na mwanaume akakubali kuokoka. Do you know the woman said what? No. Mwache kaa hivyo venye anakuanga. Mwache kaa hivyo venye anakuanga. Now in that scenario, the man had money and he's a drunkard. So this lady is saved na anapenda bwanake akilewa sababu anamwibia sana. So she doesn't want the man to get saved because
anajua kuna pesa,
anajua hata apata hiyo pesa. Sasa mtu atakuwa normal.
My goodness. Comment on that issue here, because inaguzia mwanaume mwenzako.
Okay, now there are some men who have who are not responsible in the family the way they are supposed to be. Some if we are going through the church setup, the man should, the woman, if the woman is saved, a man is saved, you need to ask God to come into the family so that the God can intervene, because there's no way you can get this person out of the way he's using money in bars and something like that. So what you need to do, just have a sitting together when he's not drunk,
yes,
so that you can reason together, because the salvation is a process. Salvation is something which you ask God today, atawacha pombe the same day. It is a process. But even if you are praying, you need to sit him down and talk about the matter of the family. But when you say you make noise, because some men are drinking because of the noise of their wives. The problem which they encounter when they are not drunk is when they are drinking, so that when he comes home, ako juu.
Asikata sikia kelele.
Kusikia maneno because of the behavior of the wife. So when you want this man to get out of this, the problem he is in, is the woman to take the initiative of making sure that this person get out, because matusi nikifanya kwa mlevi. Sasa umetoka kwa ulevi yako, umetoka kwa hata saa zingine nimeonja tu. So each and every time najifanya nimelewa, each and every time najifanya nimekunywa na nikuje home nisijijui ili nisipige, hata ukiongea na mimi nacheka tu. So that you should ask me for any money.
My goodness.
That's the problem.
Hey. All right. Comment on that.
I think one other thing is that when I read my Bible is very clear. The Bible says a wise woman does what?
Builds her house.
Builds her house.
With her own hands.
With her own hands. How does she destroy it? With her own mouth. So, according to the Bible, it's the responsibility of a woman to build a marriage and a house the way she wants, from the material which the husband is going to give her. So if you go and you find a marriage which is not working, I can tell you, probably it's maybe if not 90%, 60% because of the wife. Because it's the responsibility. There is no woman who does not have any power to tame the man to become whatever that man wants to, whatever that woman wants that man to be. Because it's the responsibility of the woman to be able to build her house the way she wants her house and her marriage to be.
Now, I want us to close this particular conversation, yes. And of course, I want to give you 30 seconds each. Something short. What should be would be your parting shot for the day? A final word. Let me start with you.
Okay, my parting shot for the round table today.
Yes.
Is that when the family comes together, our wife and the husband, they should know each other. Because you can find sometimes you stay with your wife for more than 10 years, then anakuambia hujanijua, utanijua. So means the more you stay together is the more you learn to know each other. So they should know each other financially. They should know the ability of each and every person,
all
so
right.
that when they are coming together,
okay,
they should not have any problem in their marriage.
All right. Thank you. Final word.
My final word is, when a man needs a lady to marry, I think first of all, ask God to give you a good woman, because a good woman comes from God. So when you ask God, give me a good woman,
okay,
you will get a good woman.
Thank you so much. Final word.
Final word is that marriage, as we are sitting here, we are not expert in marriage. What I'm saying, every marriage has its own dynamic and its own challenges. If you find yourself in a situation when you don't know what to do, seek help. Seek help. Don't be like me, myself, and I. No. Seek help.
All right.
Marriage is like an onion. It has layers. So there's a level whereby mtafika kwamba utoe hiyo gosi ya juu hivi, but at the end of the day, as you continue communicating, because communicating is the lifeline of every relationship.
All right.
If there's no communication in any relationship, that relationship will automatically die. So let's communicate about money, and let's communicate about anything and everything.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. That brings us to the end of this particular conversation. And of course, a very good evening to all of you. A very big thanks to Samuel Otucha, Lucy Paul, and Mukisa Jeremiah. Asante sana. That was a good conversation. We should keep having these things. Yeah. Asante sana. And of course, a big thanks to everybody that was tuned in tonight from wherever you are. That brings us to the end of the round table. See you again next week, same place, same time. And as they said, the foundation is very, very important. My name is Ram Aguko. Keep talking to us right here on our Facebook page. Remember, we are live at Ram Aguko and at Obama Voice Church International. The hashtag, as always, is Power Talk. Not Power Talk Show. The round table right here on the Facebook page, that's at Ram Maguko and at Obama Voice Church. May God bless you. May God bless your marriages. May God bless the work of your hands. This is the Round Table. Have a good night.
This is the Round Table.